Hello students, in this video we are going to study the remaining part of chapter 4. The chapter name is Heat, class 7, subject science, NCERT. So before starting the chapter, let me recall what we had seen in the previous videos of this chapter. So we had seen that the degree of hotness or coldness of any object is called its temperature. Then we had seen that whether an object is hot or cold is known from its temperature. Then we had seen how the temperature of any substance is increases or decreases. So the temperature of a substance increases on giving heat to that substance, and the temperature of a substance decreases on absorbing heat from that substance. Then we had seen the instrument which is used to measure the temperature of any object. So the instrument to measure the temperature of an object is called the thermometer. Then we had seen different types of thermometer. So the thermometer that measures our body temperature is called a clinical thermometer or doctor's thermometer. And the clinical thermometer can measure the temperature from 35 degrees centigrade to 42 degrees Celsius. And in Fahrenheit scale, it is the another scale which is known as the Fahrenheit scale. So in Fahrenheit scale, it can measure the temperature from 94 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. Then we had seen what is the normal temperature of a human body. So the normal temperature of the human body is 37 degrees Celsius, and in Fahrenheit scale it is the 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Then we had seen the laboratory thermometer. So the thermometer which is used in the laboratory is known as the laboratory thermometer, and the range of this laboratory thermometer is usually from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Then we had seen maximum minimum thermometer. So the thermometer which is used to measure the maximum and minimum temperature of the day is known as the maximum minimum thermometer. In clinical thermometer we had seen there is a kink, or you can say a constriction near the bulb of mercury, and this kink, a kind of construction, prevents mercury level falling down. Then we had seen the transfer of heat, how the heat takes place, how the heat is transferring from one object to another object. So the heat flows from a body at the higher temperature to a body at the lower temperature, and that is why hot tea becomes cold due to flowing of heat in the atmosphere. On heating one end of an aluminium rod with the flame of a candle, heat flows from its nearer end to the far off end. That we had seen by one activity. Then we had seen that the process of transfer of heat from the hot end of a solid object towards the cold end is known as the conduction of heat. This heat transfer takes place through three processes, that is conduction, convection and radiation. So the process of transfer of heat from the hot end of a solid object towards the cold end, that process is known as the conduction. And the solid substance like metals become hot due to the process of conduction. Then we had seen about the conductors and insulators. So good conductors of heat. So the substance through which conduction of heat take place easily are known as the good conductors of heat. The example of this kind of objects are metals like copper, silver, aluminium, iron. So etc. are the good conductors of heat. Now what is the poor conductors or insulators of the heat? So the materials which do not allow heat to pass through them easily are called poor conductors of heat or insulators. So the example of such insulators are wood, plastic, ebonite, leather, wood, glass, wool, rubber, etc. Ebonite is the material which is similar to the glass. So these are the poor conductors of heat. And on heating the vessel containing water, water gets heated in the vessel, and that kind of mode of heat transfer is known as the convection. So that is the second type of transfer of heat. Liquid and gaseous substance get heated by the mode of transfer of heat called the convection. And mercury is the liquid even though it gets heated by the mode of transfer of heat called the conduction. That is the exceptional case in the convection of heat. Mercury is the liquid, however it gets heated by the transfer of heat by the mode of transfer of heat of conduction. In the coastal region we had seen the people are experiencing sea breezes and land breeze. So in coastal region sea breeze during the day and land breeze during the night occurs due to the convection process. And from the sun the heat comes to us by the process known as the radiation. That is the third mode of transfer of heat. And for this mode the transfer of heat by the radiation does not require any medium. So now in this video we will see the different kinds of clothes we wear in the summer and winter, and woolen clothes that keeps us warm in the winter. So now let me start. So you know that in summer we prefer light color clothes and in winter we usually wear dark color clothes. So do you ever think that why is it so? So for that let me find out through one activity which is given next year, activity 4.10. So for that take two identical or you can say similar tin cans and paint their surface, one of black color and another of white color. Here in the figure it is shown to you two tin can where we had taken, one is color with black color and second one that is color with white color. Now let me see what we have to do. So pour equal amounts of water in each tin can and leave them in the midday sun for about an hour. You have to pour the water, equal amount of water in both the can, and then after you have to leave that two containers in the midday sun, that means in the afternoon time about 2 to 3 o'clock, and you have to put them about an hour, and then after measure the temperature of water in the both of the cans. Now do you find any difference in the temperature? And in which can is the water warmer? You can also feel the difference even by touching the water in these two cans. So after performing this two activity, you will find that the temperature of water in the black can is more than the temperature of water in the white can. You will find that the water is hot in the black container as compared to the in the white can. And from this activity we can say that the black color objects absorb more heat than the white object. Why this is happen? Because the can or the tin which is color with black color, it absorbs more heat from the sun as compared to the tin which is absorbing, which is colored white, and it is absorbing less heat from the sun as compared to the black color tin. So from this activity you can say that black color objects or black color clothes absorb more heat than the white color objects or white color clothes. Here another activity is also given to you to prove this. For this now, fill the two cans used in this activity 4.10 with the same amount of hot water at the same temperature. Now you have to fill this two can with the hot water, and the temperature in both the cans should be the same. Suppose we had taken here 60 degrees Celsius. Now leave that cans in a room or in a shade. You do not have to put them in the sunlight. You have to put them in the room or in a shade. Then after note the temperature of water after 10 to 15 minutes. Does the temperature of water in both the cans fall by the same amount? So you will notice that no, the temperature of water in both the cans will not fall by the same amount. And does this activity suggest to you the reason why it is more comfortable to wear white or light color clothes in the summer? and the dark color clothes in the winter. So after this activity you will observe that the temperature of water in the black can is lower than the temperature of water in the white can. Why this is happen? Because the dark color, that means black object, loses heat more rapidly or more fastly than the light color object, that is white object. So that's why the temperature of water which is filled in the black color, it loses the more heat as compared to the water which is filled in the white color can. So we can say that dark surfaces absorb more heat and therefore we feel comfortable with the dark color clothes in the winter. As in the winter we want warmth. So that's why the dark color clothes that is absorbing more heat as compared to the light color clothes. So we like to prefer the dark color clothes in the winter, and light color clothes reflects most of the heats that fall on them, and therefore we feel more comfortable wearing those kind of clothes in the summer season. As in the summer sun heat is more, so we are preferring to wear light color clothes because it reflects most of the heat which is coming from the sunlight or which is fall on them. So we are comfortable to wear light color clothes in the summer. So by these two activity we can prove that light color clothes absorb less heat as compared to the dark color clothes. So we are preferring light color clothes to wear in the summer and dark color cloth in the winter. Now here one another is given to you phenomena which are, that is, woolen clothes keep us warm in the winter. Why we are wearing woolen clothes in the winter? So in the winter we use woolen clothes because woolen is the poor conductor of heat. As we had seen, it cannot easily pass the heat through it. So it is the poor conductor of heat. It is not allow the heat to pass through them. So moreover, there is the air trap between the woolen fiber. Between the woolen fiber there is the space. So in that space the air get trapped in between the woolen fibers, and this air prevents the flow of heat from our body to the cold surrounding, so we feel warm. As we had seen, air is the poor conductor or insulator of heat, so the air prevents this flow of heat from our body to the surrounding which is cold in the winter. So that's why we can feel warm in the winter in these woolen clothes. And now suppose you are given the choice that in winter you can use either one thick blanket or two thin blankets joined together. So what would you choose and why? So we have to, and while making this decision, you have to remember that there would be a layer of air in between the blankets. So in this case, if we were given the choice to choose one thick blanket or two thin blankets that are joined together, then we should choose the two thin blankets that are joined together because there is the layer of air, or air get trapped in between the space of two thin layers of the blankets, so that air is the insulator of heat, so it prevents the heat to flow from our body to the surrounding which is cold. So we have to choose two thin blankets that are joined together, in that we can feel warm instead of the one thick blanket. So now here our chapter gets over. Let me see the keywords of this chapter. So here the first is given to you, that is Celsius scale. So Celsius scale is the measurement of temperature in which 0 degree represents the freezing point of water, or you can say at that temperature the water get freeze. So we get ice at that temperature, and 100 degrees represents the water's boiling point, and we can get the water in the vapor form or in the steam form at that temperature, and it is the standard unit to measure the temperature. Next is conduction. So the conduction is the transfer of thermal energy, or you can say transfer of heat through the direct contact. It will occur through the direct contact. Next is conductor. So the substance through which the conduction of heat take place easily are called good conductors of heat. We had already seen the example of the conductors. Next is convection. So the convection is the transfer of heat or thermal energy through the movement of the liquid or gas, or through the movement of molecules in the liquid or gas. So this is the another mode of transfer of heat. Next is insulator. So the material which do not allow heat to pass through them easily are called the poor conductors of heat, or you can say insulator of heat. We had already seen the example, that is air is the one insulator of heat. Next is land bridge. So in the coastal regions or the regions around the sea, during the night time, they will feel the currents of air flow from the cooler land towards the warmer sea, that is land to sea. So that kind of currents of air are known as the land bridge. Next is radiation. It is the third kind of mode of transfer of heat. So the radiation is the transfer of thermal energy or heat through the thermal emission, or you can say thermal exportation. In this, the heat is export or releases in the surrounding. So it is the another mode of transfer of heat. Next is sea bridge. So in the coastal regions, during the daytime, the flow of cool air from the sea towards the land to replace the hot air on the land is called the sea bridge. The air will flow from sea to land to replace the land air, hot air which is over the land. So that is known as the sea bridge. Next is temperature. So the degree of hotness or coldness of any object is called its temperature. Next is thermometer. So the instrument which is used to measure the temperature of an object is called the thermometer. We had seen the different types of thermometer. So in this video we had seen that dark color objects absorbs radiation better than the light color objects, or they can absorb more heat as compared to the light color object, and this is the reason why we feel more comfortable in light color clothes in the summer season. Then we had seen woolen clothes keeps us warm during winter, and it is because wool is the poor conductor, or you can say insulator of heat, and it has air trapped in between the fibers. Then we had seen the normally heat is more absorbed by black objects as compared to the white objects. So now let me see what is the summary of this chapter, what we have learned from this chapter. So we had seen that our sense of touch is not always a reliable guide to the degree of hotness of an object. That is, to measure or to compare the temperature of two objects, our sense of touch is not always reliable, or we can always not trust this sense of touch. Next is temperature is a measure of a degree of hotness of an object. Then we had seen about the thermometer. So thermometer is a device that is used for measuring temperature. Then we had seen different types of thermometer. So the clinical thermometer is used to measure our body temperature, and the range of this kind of thermometer is from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius, and for other purposes we are using laboratory thermometer, and the range of this kind of thermometers are minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. And in both the thermometers there is the another temperature scale is also mentioned, that is the degree Fahrenheit scale. Then we had seen that the normal temperature of the human body is 37 degrees Celsius. The heat flows from the body at a higher temperature to a body which is at the lower temperature, and if there is no temperature difference between the two bodies, then heat will not transfer between the two objects. And there are three ways in which heat can flow from one object to another. And these three ways are conduction, convection, and radiation. Then we had seen in solids, generally the heat is transferred by the conduction process. And in liquids and gases, the heat is transferred by the convection, and no medium is required for the transfer of heat by the radiation. So if there is the no medium is present, then also heat can be transferred by the process of radiation. Then we had seen that the materials which allow heat to pass through them easily are called the conductors of heat. In example, we had seen the many different types of metals that are the good conductors of heat. Then we had seen the materials which do not allow heat to pass through them easily are called the insulator. So we had seen the examples of insulators also, that is air. Then after we had seen wool. So those are the insulators or poor conductors of heat. Then we had seen that dark color objects absorb more heat than the light color objects, and that is the reason we feel more comfortable in the light color clothes in the summer season. And woolen clothes keep us warm during the winter, and it is so because wool is the poor conductor of heat and it has air trap in between the fibers of wool. So we are preferring to wear woolen clothes in the winter. So here our chapter gets over, explanation of chapter gets over. So before ending the video, we will see one activity to check that the different colors absorb the different kind amounts of heat. It is depend on its color. And in the next video, we will see the textbook solution for this chapter. So now let me see one activity which shows that different color objects or different colors absorb the different amount of heat.